Hi, Baron. How are you? I hope I pronounced your name right. If not, I apologize. How's everyone doing tonight? My name is Allie. I am the owner of the Emberbound Quill. We're a tavern and apothecary in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I am also the founder of the Emberbound Cove. It is an intentional community, which when it is said and done will sit on hopefully at least 50 acres of land in the North Carolina mountains on the Blue Ridge Parkway. The goal is for it to be a self-sustaining, off-the-grid art residency program with a guild program built in and as eco-friendly and environmentally conscious as we can make it. Ginger, welcome. How are you today? Queen, welcome. How are you tonight? So, if you guys don't know who I am, Mill, welcome. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Allie. I am the owner of the Emberbound Quill and the founder of the Emberbound Cove. The Emberbound Quill is a witchy tavern apothecary in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And the Emberbound Cove is an intentional, self-sustaining, off-the-grid, off-the-grid property, which will be, Mo, welcome, which will end up being a artist residency program and a guild program. It will have livestock, it will have community gardens, it will have a big tavern with a big dining hall with long tables so everyone can come together and eat as a community together at least once or twice a week. Joe, welcome. How are you? But that is intended to sit in the North Carolina mountains on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Right now I am in the very early stages of it, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Safi, welcome. How are you? Guys, go ahead and like, comment, share, follow. If you're curious about anything I do, if you're curious about who I am, or if you just want to hang out or like what you see when you're on this live, then I would love it. Shay, welcome. Grizzy, welcome. How are you? Depo, welcome. Lisa, welcome. How are you? Audrey, welcome. How you doing? Mandy, welcome. How are you tonight? So for those of y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Allie. I am the owner and founder of the Emberbound Quill and the Emberbound Cove. The Emberbound Quill is a witchy tavern and apothecary in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Hello, another card. 2 cards popped out. Cool. The Emberbound Cove is an intentional community that I am building. I am literally just began writing the second research paper for some grants for that project, actually. So, it is starting. And if that's something you guys want to be a part of or are interested in knowing more about, let me know. Adeline, ZY, welcome. How are y'all today? ZY, how are ya? Welcome. Thanks for the likes. Haley, welcome. How are you? Elsie, welcome. ZY, I am good. I am very good. I just started writing the second research paper today for the Emberbound Cove. So that is exciting. I think I got the intro done and the no, not the abstract. The abstract's the last thing I do. But I got the intro done and I got a lot of research done. That was the biggest part. And there's more to come, I'm sure. It is splendid, I agree. Alexis, hi. Evil Eye and Alexis, hey. If you guys are interested in personal readings, I would love to give you one. The link is in my bio. It is under my Mayhem Marketplace page. And they start at $10. Tonight I'm doing a collective reading. So let's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But a lot of people tend to resonate with my readings. As far as the pregnancy question, I don't do readings that are yes or no. I don't do readings that involve pregnancy or health or death. Anything like that. Many falling. Told me someday I would find doors and sail to a different shores. I'm high in the clouds, no that I see. Say who's there. Many falling. Chelsea, welcome. Hi Chelsea, if you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. The link is in my bio on my Mayhem Marketplace page. Right now I'm getting ready to do a collective reading, so it is take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If that's something you're interested in, I would love to have you stick around. A lot of the times my cards will line up with my music and it becomes very entertaining very quick when that happens. Alright, I'm going to do one more shuffle and then I'll read the cards that have already popped. Inda, welcome. I already had 3 cards jump at me. So we'll read those first and then we'll start doing the actual reading itself. Alright. If you've not sat through one of my lives before, welcome, welcome. I do my readings and I read with my cards upside down. The other thing I do is that I do take jumpers as they come, and then I also listen to music, which sometimes can line up pretty interestingly. So the first card that jumped was actually the, sorry, my incense is blowing right in my face. The first card that jumped was the Judgment card, but it's reversed. So when the Judgment card comes out reversed, sorry, I'm looking at it again. When the Judgment card comes out reversed, it is a bit of an interesting card because it... Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm distracted by something. My incense, for one, is driving me a little bit crazy because it's blowing right in my face. I'm gonna have to move it, I think. But yes, sorry. Get to it, Allie. So the Judgment card, when it comes out reversed, is generally talking about someone who is at a state where they are you're kind of stuck right now within yourself. It's almost like you're at this edge of a transformation, but you have almost kind of locked yourself into the position that you're in a little bit, and this card is urging you to rise out of that state, right? So it's asking you to step into yourself, your authenticity. The next card that jumped was the Ace of Cups, and it is upright. So when the Ace of Cups comes out upright, we are actually talking about a new friendship or a love interest that is stepping forward to you, which is awesome. This is just turned into a love reading, right? But I'm getting the impression that you have to let this transformation take hold and be your most authentic self before this love interest is able to come in. The next card we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, was the Nine of Swords upright. Key, welcome. How are you? Baby, welcome. How are you? So I said it was the Nine of Swords upright? Okay. So the Nine of Swords, when it is upright, is talking about something that you can't see. So there's like some worry that you have maybe about this. Maybe it's a worry about visibility and about being seen as who you truly are. You're worried that there'll be rejection if you step into who you truly are. And I feel like that couldn't be further than the truth, further from the truth in this case. Pablo, welcome. Thank you for the likes. Being welcome. Tori, welcome. Hey. Tori, if you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. The link is in my bio. Right now we're doing a collective reading, so it's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's see. What else can we give this collective right now? What do they need to know? Alright. So we have the Queen of Wands, and it is reversed. When the Queen of Wands comes out reversed, what we're looking at is, it's somebody that is, somebody that has been seeking validation from everyone else but yourself. So you keep looking for this external validation, and then you get upset when it doesn't come the way you wanted it to. But Spirit is literally saying, stop seeking the validation from outside yourself. Learn to accept yourself, your authenticity, and love yourself for who you are, because it's a fantastic person. Let's see, what else can we tell this collective? Ooh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so this card sometimes scares people, and it really shouldn't. Brian, welcome. How are you? But this card is the it's a major arcana card. It is the death card, and it is upright. As I said, this card can sometimes intimidate people. At the very least, major arcana cards are used as markers of big events or transformations. They're usually a sign that something big is shifting. In the case of the death card upright, it is talking about somebody you're going through a big transition. Okay, which only solidifies what I was talking about earlier. This reading started out with it telling us, hey, there's a transformation going and there's a shift going on. But the death card coming out upright literally is reiterating that factor of, hey, yeah, there's a big transformation going on. Settle into yourself. This is a good thing. Yeah, welcome. How are you? What else can I tell this collective? Okay. Another major arcana card. Wow, that's impressive. They usually don't come out multiples in a row for major arcana cards. The reason being is that major arcana cards are the smaller part of the deck. So not smaller in meaning, but smaller in content. So there is only 24 major arcana cards in most decks. And there is like 72 cards in an average tarot deck. Alicia, welcome. How are you? Rexon, welcome. So we have the Magician, which is major arcana, and it is reversed. So when the Magician is reversed, what we're talking about is somebody that is, you're working on building something, maybe a business or your self-esteem or your image, or your just most authentic self, and you're being told to keep going, that your goals are within reach, but you have to keep going. You have to stay determined. Sorry, I gotta move these. There we go. The incense is just like blowing right in my face right now. It's kind of driving me a little bit crazy right now. There we go. Alright. Olga, welcome. Thank you for the follow. How are you? So we've already reached over 2,000 likes. Y'all are amazing. Y'all go ahead and keep sharing, liking, commenting, following. Y'all are doing awesome. What else can we give this collective? What do they need to know? Alright, so we have the 7 of coins, and it is upright. So when the 7 of coins comes out upright, we are talking about somebody that is, you're walking down this path towards your goal, and it's a confirmation card to how close, or not how close you did, but like it's a confirmation card that even though the path seems really long, you're on the right path. That is what this is. We're gonna do bottom, middle, top, and then I'm gonna switch decks again. We'll see what's going on with some of our other decks tonight. So, fun story time. About a year and a half ago, when I started shifting my perspective on things, right? Shifting who I was and everything. I was reading the book series by Kate Stewart called The Ravenhood Trilogy. And in this book series, there is a scene where the main female character kind of realizes that she's polyamorous. And one of the main characters in it, one of the other main characters in it, looks at her and tells her to own it. Just fucking own it, right? It's one of my favorite lines in the series. And I feel like it's a criminally underrated line. Because of how deeply that line changed everything for me. Personally. But the funny story is that recently I've been being drawn to Loki's energy. And I finally picked up a book called Loki and Signa, the lore of Loki and Signa. It's a fantastic book. If you get a chance to read it, I highly recommend it. I am about an hour away from the end of the book. And there is a line where she's talking about Loki, the author is talking about Loki in the book, and she's talking about how he is like this, yes, he's a trickster god, but he's also got a lot of really great benefits to him as a deity. He is loyal. He takes responsibility for his, like, anything he does, he takes responsibility for it and eats the consequences, right? And then the other thing is he likes unmasking people. He likes calling people out on their shit, right? And so one of the things he does is, in the author's words, literally, she says one of the things he's famous for doing is telling people to own it. And she said that line, and I had to pause the book and laugh and literally say, okay, I hear you. But yeah, funny story there. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I don't know what made me get sidetracked with that story, but I did. Anyways, let's get back to this reading. So, the bottom card that we pulled was an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 of Cups reversed was at the bottom of the deck. So when the 10 of Cups comes out, it is reversed. So when it's reversed, we're talking about there's a relationship in this collective's life that is not going well. It's not going smoothly, and it's time for you to kind of walk away and release that relationship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we have the 7 of Wands reversed. Sorry guys. But the 7 of Wands reversed comes out when we are looking at a person or a situation with a person that is overwhelmed in what's going on. You have something happening in your life that is very overwhelming to you right now. It's this transformation, I think. And it's kind of messing with you a little bit. Then the last card that came out, the top card that came out from this deck, was the High Priestess. It's another major arcana card, but again, it's reversed. So, when the High Priestess comes out reversed, this is talking about somebody that is confused. You're lacking clarity, or you're insecure about what your life is turning into. Which tracks with somebody that is in the middle of a transformation. If you're in the middle of a transformation, like these cards are suggesting, then it's likely that you are not fully seated within your self-image right now. And these cards are kind of saying, hey, you need to be okay with who you are as a person. Your most authentic self is the version of you that the world needs to see. Because that's the version that can affect change. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the next deck. Light, welcome, how are you? You know what, I think I'm going to draw from the romance deck next. We'll see what we get. Sometimes this deck does end up being a romance reading. A lot of the times it doesn't. But lately it's been very adamant about what it wants. So we're going to see what it says. Right? Does anybody have any funny stories about, Braylon Welcome. Does anybody have any interesting stories about, you know, their spirit guides or their deities that they are working with? I would love to hear some of y'all's stories because it's been an interesting ride. Let's just put it that way. Prince, welcome. Chef, welcome. CJ, welcome, welcome. How are y'all? But yeah, we're getting ready to pull from the romance deck. Sometimes it's romance reading, sometimes it's not. We'll just have to see what it says this time. Okay, cool, cool. It's very clear. So the first card that jumped, I was just saying we'll have to see what it says, right? The first card that jumped is calling in your soulmate. So this is going to be a love reading, guys. It is talking about somebody that is calling in their soulmate. Your energy is what is bringing them towards you. We're going to see if it can tell me more about this connection for you. Let's shuffle one more time and see what it says. Chrome, welcome. How are you? Alright. What else can you tell me for this collective about this connection? What else can you tell me about this collective, this connection for this collective?
The wicked shall be cut off. Only the righteous shall remain. This is the voice that fears.
Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal from your past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, so what this tells me is that yes, you're calling in your soulmate from this card before, right? But part of calling in your soulmate is learning to forgive yourself and learn from your past experiences that you've been through. Not to let those experiences control you, not even to let them advise you on what you're going through. I think you need to go into this with a clear slate. But you need to learn from your past experiences. Don't let them jade you. What else can we tell this collective? Okay, you have a heart-to-heart conversation coming in. Am I talking about you? KMG, I don't know. If this message resonates with you, then take it. If it doesn't, then leave it. I'm doing a collective reading, so it's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this collective has a heart-to-heart conversation coming in. Excuse me, confirmation. Okay, yeah, you have a heart-to-heart conversation coming in. Somebody wants to tell you how they feel. Can you give me a timeline on when this is gonna happen? Okay, so no clue on timing, but it is telling me that you have chemistry with this person. This connection that's coming in is going to be somebody that is there's a very strong magnetic attraction with this person in you. You guys are going to be drawn to each other pretty quickly. Alright, what else can you tell this collective about this connection? Alright, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So, you are, you're meant to put your trust in this situation. You're meant to trust that the timing and all of it is divinely aligned, because it is. It's okay to lean into this person, is what I'm hearing. What's one more thing you could tell this collective about this connection from this deck? Alright. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I get the feeling you're somebody that is used to doing everything by yourself, and you're literally being told to lean on others. Lean into your spirit guides, your teams, your deity, your friends, your family. If that is your source of support, lean into your source of support. Okay. I don't know who this collective is, but I feel like I'm getting the same collective lately. Okay. Alright. So I just did bottom, middle, top. And bottom, middle, top, when I read for it, is generally past, present, future. So what I'm getting for the bottom card is free yourself. You are somebody that you've kind of let life happen to you, and you're being asked to step into your own power at this point. Yeah, okay, that tracks even harder, because the middle card on this is deception. So this tells me that whoever this collective is, you've been lied to before. You've dealt with things and people. Welcome, Elvis. You've dealt with things and people that have tried your patience and lied to you and manipulated you. And you're being asked to take your power back from those people. And the top card is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So you're being told again that you can trust this new connection that's coming in, that they're not going to deceive you or lie to you like these old connections did. This connection is pure. It's something that is meant to be in your life. It's divinely guided, divinely aligned. And it's just going to be good for you. Let's go ahead and see what my next deck has to say. Should we use the Trash Animal Oracles deck or the Green Witch Oracle deck next? Which one? Anybody? Shane, I am doing a collective reading, but if you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. The link is in my bio. Right now it's a collective reading, so let's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Does anybody want to pick which deck I use next? Green Witch Oracle or the Trash Animal Oracle? Okay. Green Witch it is. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Allie. I am the owner of the Emberbound Quill and Tavern. I'm also the owner and founder of the Emberbound Cove. The Emberbound Cove is a intentional community which is going to be built in the North Carolina mountains on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I am in the process of writing the research papers for the grants for it. I already have the outline for the system that it's going to be. But it will be an off-grid community with an art residency program and a guild program. It will be a place where people can come, work on their craft and everything that they love. They'll have a workspace and their own personal store. They will be able to keep 100% of what they make, 100% of their income from what they make and their products that they make. And it's going to be set up like a graduation system, but the program lengths run anywhere from a year to 5 year spanses. So it's a little different than most of the contemporary art residency programs or even the guild programs that are out there. This program is designed to give people the opportunity to stabilize. It will even have family cabins for at least up to 2 separate families of artists that want to come live and work on the property for the duration of their contract. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a place where community is built, where we leave the land and each other better than what we found it. Jane, welcome. How are you? Hi, how are you? So I'm doing a collective reading. It's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If anybody's interested in personal readings, I do offer them. The link is in my bio. But we're getting back to this personal reading. We do have a love. This is a love and transformation reading. This deck, the very first card that jumped was chamomile. So gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. You're stepping into a time where you're going to be able to receive, a time where you are going to be at ease. You're meant to relax during this time. You're not meant to... I think this is a recuperation time for you. You're not meant to push on yourself as much as you have been. Let's see. Alright, let's see. What else can we tell this collective? Alright. So the next card that came out was soil, stability, and simplicity. Yeah. Okay, I said it was a time for you to receive. Apparently, it's also going to be a time for things to become a lot simpler for you, because you built the roots that are causing you to stabilize. This is a time where you're leveling out, and your transformation is continuing, but you're leveling out now. What else can we tell this collective? Moon, phases, cycles, and intuition. Okay, so you're being told that you're entering a new phase of your life, but you can trust your intuition to guide you here. Maybe you're somebody that has never been able to feel like you can trust yourself, but you are stepping into a version of yourself. You're stepping into the highest version of yourself right now. That's what it is. And that highest version of yourself knows you and knows how you think and feel, and it's something that you can trust. Let's see. What else can we tell this collective? Walking staff, support and encouragement. There is support around you, whether that is your deities, your guides, your spirit team, your friends, your family, your loved ones. You have support around you, or you have support that is coming in. What else can we give this collective? Autumn, bounty and balance. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of things coming for you. A lot of positive things are stepping into your field. A lot of things that are going to make big changes in the most positive way are stepping into your field. We're going to see what the bottom, middle, top of this deck has for us. Alright. Jane, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes as well. Alright. So, the bottom card that I pulled for this deck was the Mortar and the Pestle with integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. Okay, yeah, like I said, you're somebody that's going through a transformation, but you're leveling out, which means you're integrating. And it just confirmed that. The middle card that we got was Cauldron, Creation, Opportunity, and Caring. Yeah. like I said, you're stepping into a time where you're gonna start receiving. It's also a time of great creation, great creativity for you. A lot of opportunities are stepping towards you. A lot of fulfillment is coming towards you is what I'm getting. And then, yeah, okay, so we just doubled down on me again. Cool. Because the last card that I got was Butterfly. Transformation, Joy, Beauty, and Transience. So, yeah, again, it's just solidified that, yes, this is a transformation you're going through. You felt it, and you were wondering, and you weren't sure, but you just got, I think, triple to quadruple confirmation in that reading. That, yeah, this is a transformation. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, it's scaring the hell out of you, but it's worth it. You're in the integration phase of that transformation right now, and that should be something that brings you at least some relief. Gee, thank you for the rose. Oh, you're welcome, Jane. I'm glad you're resonating with the message. And that is what I do this for. I do it so that people that need to hear the message can hear it. Right? That's what I do. So I will tell you guys, this deck that I'm getting ready to pull from used to be one of my lighthearted decks. My only lighthearted deck, right? And as of recently, it's become a bit of a vicious little monster. In the most loving way possible. But the Trash Animal Oracle deck used to be my lightest deck. And lately it's been very blunt and very sarcastic. Sometimes, and I think more often than not, the way a deck reads has a lot to do with the reader itself. The energy of the reader and the energy of the collective that is being read for, or the person that is being read for. But this deck has not been pulling its punches lately, so I apologize ahead of time. Hey, M40 Love, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. The link is in my bio, and I would love to give you one. Right now, we're getting ready to pull from this deck for the collective. So it's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Again, I apologize ahead of time, because lately this deck has been a bit... let's just say mischievous. Rachel, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, you joined us right in time for the Trash Animal Oracle deck. The one that we love so very much, right? Seems you have good timing, Rachel. Of course. Hi, G. I did explain that I would love to give you a personal reading. The link is in my bio. If you are interested in that, I would love to give it to you. Right now we're doing a collective reading, so that means take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you want to stick around and see if you resonate with something that is said, then feel free. I would love to have you stick around. Alright, we'll do this last shuffle, and then we'll pull from the deck. You fucking kidding me. So I turned it over to knock on it, right? Goats, compassion. That is this deck's lover card. Cool. So we're starting out. We're just confirming again that this is a love reading. So we'll see where it goes from here. Tanji, welcome. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer them. The link is in my bio. I would love to give you one. Go check it out. They start at $10 each. So right now we're doing a collective reading, so let's take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a love reading, because the very first card I pulled in this deck and the other cards that I pulled tonight have suggested so. So what else can we tell this collective about this connection that's coming in? Alright, the floating marshmallow, resourcefulness, and inspired action. When this is combined with a love reading, what I'm getting is that this collective has somebody in it that is in a state, you're already in a state of transformation, we know that, but you're in this state of transformation, and I think this state of transformation is asking for you to be resourceful and use what you have on hand to do what you need to do. And sometimes it's hard to do. Let's see if they'll give us some more details about this love connection, though. How does that tie in? How does resourcefulness and inspired action tie into this collective love reading? Yeah, I told you guys you're going through a transformation. The dumpster fire, upheaval, and revelation. Yeah, you're a collective that's going through a big transformation right now. For those of you that are asking about personal readings or personal questions, I would love to give you personal readings. The link is in my bio. Right now I'm doing a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The current collective reading is indicating that there is somebody here that is going through a transformation and has a love interest coming in. We're going to see if we can learn some more about this love interest that's coming towards this collective. Doubling down on it. Cool. Pigeon partnership. Yeah, see? Collective with a love interest. Can you give me more than that, please? Because you're being awfully fucking flippant and vague. Can you give me something actual for this collective? Not just like fluff reading. Okay. I asked if it could give me something actual, right? After it's been super vague on its responses. The very first card was love. Lover's card. Resourcefulness, inspired action. Upheaval. Partnership. And now, the plate of pasta and meatballs. Relationship alignment. This relationship is aligned. This connection is aligned. But it's, again, it's doubling down on this factor of, hey, this is a relationship that's coming in. What can you give me details about this relationship, please? God knows. Okay. That's not really... Okay. So the flickering streetlight, fear and anxiety. Somebody is scared of this connection. You're scared to let yourself be loved by this connection. You're scared to let yourself... I think the deck is messing with you. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, this deck has been a smartass lately. I warned y'all. Did I not say that this deck was a smartass lately? The flickering streetlight, fear and anxiety. Somebody is afraid of this connection. Thinking it might be you, but it could also be this connection that is coming towards you is afraid to approach. Who is afraid of this connection? Is it my collective or is it their connection? My deck is clearly messing with me, y'all. Because the next card I pulled after asking is it my collective or this connection was Crow, problem solver. I don't know, figure it out yourself. The deck is literally... My deck is heckling me, I think. It literally just said figure it out yourself. Okay. What? Are you gonna actually give me any answers tonight? Or are you just gonna... Are you gonna keep trolling me at this point? I can't make this stuff up. Oh my god. I said, are you gonna give me answers or are you just gonna keep trolling me? Oh, that's what's happened. Oh my god. I started working with Loki recently. Because the card that I just pulled is the Raccoon Mischief Maker. Hello, Loki. Welcome. Oh my god. Took me an entire deck reading to realize that Loki is fucking with me right now. Oh my god. Alright, what? Can you actually give me a decent answer to any one of these questions, or are you just gonna keep trolling me? Oh my god. Okay, there's two cards now that came out at the same time. Let's see what they have to say for each other. I said, are you gonna give me a decent answer? Or are you just gonna keep trolling me, right? That's what I said.
Auto insurance all
Noted. These two cards came out together. The Broom, cause and effect, rule of law. I don't know. Are you gonna keep asking stupid questions, or are you gonna give me something I can actually answer? And then animal control, restriction, and raw instinct. Follow your instinct. Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay. Jimothy vibes. Yeah, no shit. Alright. So, I'm just gonna pull bottom, middle, top now because this deck, man. Oh, gosh. Okay. Entanglement. So, the bottom card is past, present, future. So, Rat Entanglement was the card I got. So, that tells me that this collective is still... You're still almost tied up in yourself, and your feelings, and what you think the world wants you to be. And it's holding you back. The Seagull was the next card, for middle card, and that's responsiveness. So, the universe is responding to what you're putting out there. If you put out that you want success, if you put out that you want abundance and love and all of these things, the universe is in a very responsive mood with you right now. Clearly, as we've seen from my deck. That deck is a menace. Yeah, no shit. The locked trash can was the top card. So strange adaptation. So yeah, okay, we're doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on the fact that this collective is going through a transformation right now, and you're being asked to change and adapt. So I think the reason the deck was a bit of a menace tonight and every other night I've ever used it in the past 2 weeks, Rachel knows what I'm talking about. I feel like this deck maybe maybe it's been being a bit of a menace because it's trying to get somebody in my collective here to start taking like not as seriously as you have been. I suspect that there is at least one or more perfectionists in this group of collective that I'm reading for. And I think what is happening is, yeah, we're getting a bit of trickster energy with this deck right now. But I think it's because it's trying to teach you something. I think it's trying to teach you, this collective, even myself maybe, that it's okay to laugh at ourselves. And it's okay to not take everything so seriously and to change and go with things. Because the more you can do that, the more you can be in this light, playful energy, the more things are going to start happening for you naturally. So I think that's what we were getting tonight, guys. I think we were encountering this trickster energy because it's trying to teach this collective something. It's trying to teach this collective that it's okay to be imperfect. It is okay if you make a mistake. It is okay if you change your mind 100 times. As long as you're doing it from an authentic point and not from fear, then you're doing the right thing. That's what I'm getting from this. I hope that helps some of y'all. I really do. I'm going to hop off here. You guys have been amazing. If you haven't already followed me and you liked what you heard tonight, go ahead and follow, like, comment, go check out some of my videos, share them, like them, comment on them. There's some new ones up there tonight, or up there from today. I loved hanging out with you guys. You guys were awesome. Thank you guys so much for the likes and all the engagement. I'll see y'all later. Oh, that would be wonderful, Jane. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Rachel, if you don't have the notifications set for my lives, you should totally do that. Because this collective seems to be tied pretty heavily to you as well. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Bye.